So today and tomorrow, we are going to focus on this picture where we have two parallel lines and a line going through it. And we're going to talk about some special angle relationships that you'll spend more time on again in geometry next year. Okay? Now, we have some vocabulary to learn today, in addition to some relationships and how they affect like the angle measures when we put numbers in there. And then tomorrow we'll do like some algebra with it. Okay, but I want you to understand is we're getting to the end of our very short unit. Our unit test is on Thursday, so we'll review on Wednesday. Okay, so parallel lines, two lines that never cross, never meet, never intersect. You know what? Let's say intersect. I like that better. Okay. So when you see these fun little arrows on a pair of lines, it means, hey, these are parallel. So you see those arrows, that means parallel. Okay. If I'm going to write like a shorthand, like I don't want to write the word parallel lines, then I would draw this symbol right here, which is basically two parallel lines. Okay. Raise your hand if you know what a transversal is. It's not perpendicular, but it does cross. It's just not necessarily perpendicular. So a transversal is a line that intersects two or more lines at once. Okay. So every picture that we're going to look at is a pair of parallel lines with a transversal going through. And that's like the special picture we're going to be working with today and tomorrow. So over here on the left, you see this picture. L and M are parallel. So we would write that lines L and M are parallel. That's how we would write that. Okay. Notice how there's a cute little L and a cute little M. Those are naming our lines. Okay. And then this line right here that's going through them, its name is T. We call that our transversal. That's why we named it T. Okay. When this happens, there are 8 different angles we can talk about. So we can talk about 1, 2, 3, 4 angles right there, and 1, 2, 3, 4 angles right there. Those are the 8 angles we're going to work with today. Okay, so our goal today is to know the vocabulary that goes with them, along with which ones are congruent, which ones are supplementary, what the different angle relationships we have. Okay. So I'm gonna give enough highlighters for everybody. We're gonna use some highlighters here. We have 4 vocabulary words, and I'm giving you a highlighter so you can highlight angle pairs. Okay? So, corresponding angles means we are in the same position. So, if we're talking about, don't do what I'm doing quite yet. I'm just doing this for you to see. So, we have the 2 blue parallel lines and the red transversal. So, corresponding means this group of 4 and this group of 4, we have angles in the same position. So if we take our highlighter and we highlight angle 1, over here, what's in the same position as angle 1? Angle 5. So we say that 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. We're not going to highlight it, but could you give me another example of corresponding angles? Okay, so Joey says 2 and 6 are corresponding. What else? 4 and 8 are corresponding. They're in the same position. Connor?
3 and 7.
And then 3 and 7 would be corresponding. They're in the same position. Okay, we will talk about what is cool about that here in a moment. Okay. All right. Alternate interior angles. So the word alternate means what?
It means that the angles are alternate. So basically it means like the opposite of like corresponding, basically like.
Okay, so if we're alternating, are we gonna be like right next to each other? Okay, we're not right next to each other. An interior is a fancy word for inside. So when we talk about alternate interior angles, we're talking about angles inside of our parallel lines. So inside of our parallel lines would be those right there. So if we pick one of those, like let's say we pick 4, 4 is an interior angle. Which angle is alternate but still inside of the parallel lines compared to 4? We got to go to the other group. So we got to go to, so 3 is adjacent. We're not talking about 3. But on the other side of the transversal but still inside is 6. 4 and 6 are alternate interior angles. Okay. There's one other pair of alternate interior angles. What would we name them? 3 and 5. Okay. Okay. If you can figure out alternate interior angles, then I am confident you'll be just fine with alternate exterior angles. Okay. Alternate, same thing we talked about, but exterior means we're outside the parallel lines. So look up at my picture. This group of 2 and this group of 2, those are exterior angles. They're outside of our parallel lines. So if I highlight, I'm going to highlight angle 2 for fun. Which angle in the other set of 4 is both outside and alternate to 2? 2 and 8. Okay. Question, did you do this in advanced math 7?
Yes.
Oh, that's so disappointing. I thought I was like...
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I'm just saying it's disappointing because I like teaching you these things. Okay. And then consecutive interior. Okay, so interior means we better be inside, right? So 2 angles in this group of 4. But consecutive, okay, so like the Chiefs have won how many consecutive Super Bowls? 2 consecutive Super Bowls. And we say consecutive because we won them in a row, back to back. Go Chiefs. Okay, so if I highlight 4. Consecutive means back to back, but it can't be like adjacent. Okay, so it's not 3, it's 4 and 5. Okay, so those are our 4 angle relationships. What I'd like you to do with your elbow partner, there are 8 questions down here. Oops, I should do blue. We have 2 parallel lines and a transversal. And what I want you to do, if it says 1 and 5, I want you to figure out where 1 and 5 are and pick which of the 4 vocabulary words match what we're talking about. Okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work through 1 through 8. We'll come back together and we'll see if we match up. Okay? It's really quiet, so either you're super confident and you're not needing to check in with your neighbor, or you're feeling really lazy and I'm not sure which one. Okay. I will always give you the benefit of the doubt.
Huh?
Joey, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we haven't talked about congruent and supplementary, so I just want you to use these 4 words. Are they corresponding? Are they alternate interior? Okay. I know in the instructions it says something about congruent and supplementary. We haven't talked about what relationships have which of those things, so I want you to not worry about that yet.
What? Could have been worse. I hope you know I don't remember anything I ever say.
All right, number 1, I've highlighted angles 1 and 5. Tinley, what are angles 1 and 5? Alternate exterior. Any objections? No objections? All right. Number 2 is 6 and 8. Theo, what do you think?
Corresponding.
Corresponding. Any objections to corresponding?
No.
Nope, those angles are in the same spot. Awesome. How about 2 and 3? Joey, what do you think about that?
It's it is a corresponding. No wait, hold on. It's a consecutive interior.
There we go. Consecutive interior. Excellent. Number 4 is 3 and 7. Ava, what do you think about those?
Alternate interior.
Good. Okay. Number 5 is 2 and 4. Vivi, what do you think about those?
Corresponding.
Good. Eliza, number 6 is 6 and 7. What do you have for those?
Consecutive interior.
Good. Takes longer to write the words than to answer the question. All right, number 7. David, we have 2 and 6. Good. And then Lucas, in number 8, we have 4 and 8. What are those? Awesome.
I get them all first try. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to give you a piece of patty paper. Okay?
No.
All right, so everybody gets a piece of patty paper. We're going to do some exploring here. So I want you to follow my directions very specifically, okay? Okay. So back up in our pictures. Could you please, up here at corresponding, could you trace angle 1? And look up here, when I say trace, I mean on your patty paper, trace something like that. Trace angle 1.
What?
Trace angle 1. And only angle 1. On your patty paper. Trace angle 1. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's Terry. Corresponding.
Okay. Once you have angle 1 traced, could you please slide that down over angle 5? Oh, why did you say oh?
I don't know.
Oh. What happened?
Wait, you kind of ditto?
Are they the same? When you trace angle 1 and you slide it down to angle 5, are they the same?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to write that corresponding angles are always congruent.
Oh. Why?
Okay. Next. Congruent means what? The same. Okay. Next, I want you to find a new spot on your patty paper, and I want you to trace angle 4. Trace angle 4. And what do you think I'm going to ask you to do once you trace angle 4?
Put that in a straight line.
Okay? Turn it, and I want you to see, you're going to have to you're going to have to rotate it, and then see if you can fit it into angle 6 or not. Ooh, can you?
I don't know.
Try it.
I made a triangle.
Does angle 4, when you trace it, rotate and fit to angle 6?
Probably.
Okay. Alternate interior angles are always congruent. Nope. All right. Find a new spot on your patty paper and trace angle 2. We're to the alternate exterior. We're going to figure this out here.
Why does angle 2 look at me like that?
Okay. Once you have traced angle 2, could you please rotate your patty paper 180 degrees and then see if it fits into angle 8?
Yes.
I hear 1 yes. Does it work?
Yeah.
Does it fit?
Yeah.
Okay. Alternate exterior angles are always congruent. All right, now, have we already traced angle 4? Okay, so figure out where angle 4 is and put it there. Trace angle 4 on angle 4, or like put it there. Okay. When you rotate angle 4, is it gonna fit in with angle 5? No, when you rotate it, what angle does it fit in with?
3.
It fits in with 6. 4 and 6 are the same. What's true about 5 and 6? What do we call those? But you told me that 4 and 6 are the same, which means 4 and 5 are supplementary. So this is our only oddball. Consecutive interior angles are supplementary. Okay, all of the others are going to be congruent. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Okay, so if angle 1 is 68 degrees, what kind of angle is angle 4 to angle 1?
68.
Vertical. Angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical, so we know that angle 4 is 68. Okay. Angles 1 and 5 are what kind of angles? Corresponding. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. So yes, we know that angle 5 is 68 degrees. Okay. You are not answering these the way that they're supposed to be answered. I would highly encourage you to pay attention so you know how I want you to answer this. Okay. Angle 8. What kind of angles are angle 1 and angle 8? Alternate exterior, and we know alternate exterior angles are congruent. Okay, now, I know that once you get one, you can figure out the rest. But I want to talk about angles 3 and 5. What kind of angles are 3 and 5? Consecutive interior, and consecutive interior are supplementary, so we know angle 3 is 112, right? Okay. So you can find the rest a lot of different ways, right? We know that angle 7 corresponds with angle 3, so they have to be the same. We know that angle 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles, so they have to be the same. And we know that angles 3 and 2 are vertical, so they have to be the same. Okay. I know that it's going to be easy to find one to get the rest, but I do need you to be able to understand the vocabulary and all of those relationships. Okay. So you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, because I feel like I don't want to bore you. Could you please turn to page 20? Okay, page 20 is your homework. Okay, and what I'd like for